How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy. And I really appreciate you taking time tuning into my video. A federal judge in Delaware rules their ghost gun law is unconstitutional. On Friday, United States District Judge Maryellen Noreika issued an order enjoining Delaware's bans on self-manufacturing and possession of home-built firearms in its Rigby versus Jennings lawsuit. These statutes burden constitutionally protected conduct because possession of firearms and firearms frames is in the scope of the Second Amendment's right to keep and bear arms, and defendant has not shown that these firearms and components are not commonly owned by law-abiding citizens for lawful purposes, wrote Judge Noreika in her opinion. Further, defendant has not offered no evidence that these statutes are consistent with the nation's history of firearm regulation. The court went on to hold that the right to keep and bear arms implies a corresponding right to manufacture arms. Indeed, the right to keep and bear arms would be meaningless if no individual or entity could manufacture a firearm. Thus, if possessing untraceable firearms is protected by the Second Amendment, then so too is manufacturing them. The court order states in pertinent part that defendant Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings, her officers, agents, servants, employees, and all persons in active concert or in participation with her, and all persons who have notice of the injunction, are preliminary enjoined by enforcing these laws to the extent that the court has found it likely unconstitutional, i.e. the state's provisions that bar the manufacturing and assembly of untraceable firearms, but not the prohibitions against distributing untraceable firearms. The order issued today further denied the state's motion to dismiss in its entirety. The self-manufacture of arms is deeply rooted in American history, said Firearms Policy Coalition Laws Director of Constitutional Studies, Joseph Greenlee. It has been a celebrated tradition since the earliest colonial days. It helped save America's war for independence. It was essential to Western expansion and has led to many of the most innovative technological breakthroughs in this nation's history. We are pleased that the court recognized this essential element of the right to keep and bear arms and will continue to fiercely advocate for its protection. Yet another court has recognized the expansive natural and individual right that is protected by the Second Amendment in this case, the individual right to manufacture one's own self-defense tools, said Cody J. Wisniewski, Firearms Policy Coalition's senior attorney for constitutional litigation. Limiting the means by which peaceable people acquire arms is about one thing: the unconstitutional and immoral monopolization of power. The state is not entitled to cut off access to self-manufacturing of arms under the Second Amendment, period. The decision marks the first ever federal Second Amendment decision upholding the fundamental right to self-manufacture arms. That's another big win for our Second Amendment rights. And a big thanks to the Firearms Policy Coalition for ensuring that we are keeping our Second Amendment rights. As always, let me know your thoughts about the story in the comments section down below. And if you enjoyed the video, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please take time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.